Bright QT. Every student matters.
In this lecture, we are going to discuss some important questions related to the first topic of this chapter, that was air pollution. Right? The first question is, what is the composition of air? Students, you have to tell that what is air made up of, right? As we discussed in the lecture, 78% of air is nitrogen gas. Right? 78% of air is made up of nitrogen gas. 21% is basically oxygen gas. Then 0.90% are argon gases, right? Then 0.03% are the carbon dioxide, and 0.17% is basically other gases. You can refer to the lecture as well to look at the pie chart. We discussed that this is the composition of air, right? Next question, what is air pollution? How does it happen? Air pollution is when clean air is contaminated by unwanted substances which are harmful to both living and non-living. It is known as air pollution, right? And how does it happen? This you will be studying in the second topic. Basically, it happens due to vehicles, automobiles, industries, right? Smoke, dust, all these cause air pollution, and we will be studying about this in the second topic. So these were the two important questions. The first topic was very small, and major questions will be from the second topic, right? In this lecture, we will be discussing some important questions related to the second topic of this chapter, which was how is air getting polluted. The first question is, what are air pollutants? How do they pollute air? Students, air pollutants are the contaminants released due to natural and human activities. Contaminants, air contaminants basically. Let us look at the definition properly, right, for this question. Yes, the substances which contaminate the air are called air pollutants, and they are causing air pollution due to natural and human activities, right? They pollute air, they cause respiratory diseases as well, right? Next question, how are respiratory diseases caused by air pollution? Now students, firstly discussing automobiles, right? Due to combustion of fuel, they release carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide, right? Now carbon monoxide is released due to incomplete combustion of fuels, right? Now this causes respiratory problems, and it basically reduces the blood carrying capacity, oxygen carrying capacity. You have to write, wait, let me erase it. It reduces the oxygen carrying capacity of blood. Oxygen carrying capacity of blood. So this is how respiratory diseases are caused, firstly by automobiles. Secondly, industries release sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide, right? These oxides are also responsible for diseases including permanent lung damage. Now thirdly, during winters, Right? During winters, what happens is nitrogen dioxide and other pollutants, they combine with fog to produce smog, which ultimately causes asthma, wheezing in children. Basically, this is also responsible for respiratory diseases, and all these three are due to air pollution caused by automobiles, industries, etc. Right? So this is how respiratory diseases are caused. Next question, what is smog? How is it formed? Smog is basically smoke plus fog. It is formed as during winters, as I just explained, the pollutants such as nitrogen oxides, etc., combine with fog, reducing visibility and causing respiratory diseases. This is how it is formed. Basically, different pollutants combine with fog to form smog. Right? Fourth question, how is ozone layer getting depleted? The foremost reason for that is CFCs, which are used in refrigerators, ACs, and aerosol sprays. So what must we do? What happens is these CFCs are released in the air by our houses and industries where we are using ACs, right? So CFCs are released, and in the stratosphere, the CFCs are broken into smaller components, and these components then react with the ozone layer to form oxygen gas only. And this oxygen gas cannot protect us from harmful UV radiations of the sun. So this is how CFCs are harmful, and this is how ozone layer is getting depleted, right? Next question, industrial pollution can be very fatal. Explain. Now, industrial pollution releases gases like sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide, right? These gases, as I told you earlier as well, let us go to that page again. Sulfur dioxide is produced and nitrogen dioxide is produced due to combustion of coal in power plants, right? Now, this sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide that are produced are responsible for respiratory diseases and permanent lung damage as well. So these are the most fatal air pollutants which are released by industrial pollution, and it is basically due to combustion of coal, right? So these were the important questions of the second topic of this chapter. In this lecture, we will be discussing the important questions related to the third topic of this chapter, that was Taj Mahal, the case study, right? So the first question is, how is Taj Mahal getting deteriorated? So students, here you have to basically give full explanation because this can easily be a 3-mark question. So first of all, you will write that automobile exhausts, industries such as rubber processing, and Mathura oil refinery release a lot of gases such as sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, and for Mathura oil refinery, especially soot particles, which ultimately cause acid rain. Due to that acid rain, the marble of the Taj Mahal is turning yellow, right? So this is how Taj Mahal is getting deteriorated. The automobile exhausts, industries around Agra, especially the Mathura oil refinery, release a lot of toxic gases. You should mention these are toxic gases such as sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, which ultimately cause acid rain. Due to that acid rain, the marble of the Taj Mahal is turning yellow, right? The second question is, what is acid rain and how is it harmful? So students, for this you will be drawing a diagram. You have to show clouds, right? Then underneath on the ground you show industries first of all, right? You can draw any kind, whatever you like to draw, right? And there you have to show that they are releasing smoke, right? Then the smoke contains sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide, which rises upwards towards the clouds, right? These are industries. Then also here you can show some trees. The picture that I showed, you can draw the exact same trees, right? And there are some dried up trees as well. There is no leaves on those trees. They are very much dried up. So what happens is, these clouds, then rain happens, the rain falls. These gases combine with water present inside the clouds to form harmful acids such as sulfuric acid and nitric acid. Let me tell you what is it. This is sulfuric acid and this is nitric acid. Both of these are mineral acids and very strong acids. Mineral acids are generally very strong acids. These can cause various skin diseases as well. They can cause skin cancer as well to us. And what happens basically on the non-living is that the trees dry up. And this acid rain ultimately causes the marble cancer, which is responsible for the deterioration of Taj Mahal. So this was acid rain. You have to explain it in a paragraph. Not just with a diagram, you have to write a paragraph as well, right? With the diagram, you write a paragraph. And if you can write these reactions as well, this will give you some extra marks. This is basically a 3-mark question, right? 1 mark is for the explanation, 1 mark for the diagram, 2 marks for explanation rather, right? So it is harmful because it can cause various skin diseases and deteriorates our nature. Trees dry up and causes marble cancer as well. So these are the harmful effects of acid rain. Next question, what steps have been taken in order to protect the Taj Mahal? So there are 2 steps that have been taken by Supreme Court. First step is that it has ordered the industries such as the rubber industry, rubber refinery and Mathura oil refinery, such industries to switch to cleaner fuels such as CNG, which is compressed natural gas, and LPG, which is liquefied petroleum gas. Secondly, it has ordered automobiles in the Taj zone to use unleaded petrol, because unleaded petrol causes less pollution. Right? These are the 2 steps that have been taken by Supreme Court. Right? So these were the important questions related to the 3rd topic of this chapter. This is the lecture in which we will be discussing the important questions related to the 4th topic of this chapter. That was the greenhouse effect. So the first question is, and it is a very important question, what is greenhouse effect? Right? It can come as a 1-mark question and a 3-mark question. Right? If it is a 1-mark question, you just have to write the definition. If it is a 3-mark question, you will be drawing a diagram as well. Right? So I'll be explaining according to the diagram only, assuming it is a 3-mark question. You have to draw a diagram. Wait. So firstly you draw a sun and then you draw the planet Earth and its atmosphere, right? This is Earth and this is atmosphere. Now sun sends a lot of radiations on the Earth which are responsible for the heat and light energy present on the surface of our planet, right? So some of the radiations reflect back into the space while some of them are trapped inside the atmosphere only. They are trapped inside the atmosphere and they are responsible for the maintenance of the warmth on our planet. Basically, the temperature of Earth is 60 degree Fahrenheit, which is maintained by this effect, which is greenhouse effect. Basically, the radiations are trapped due to greenhouse gases, which are carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, SF6, water vapor, you can write H2O for that, and methane. These are all greenhouse gases, right? So they trap the radiations from the sun and they keep the Earth's surface warm enough so that life will be possible on our planet, right? Life is possible on our planet because of this temperature that is 60 degree Fahrenheit. If these radiations are not trapped, then the temperature would be 0 degree Celsius and life would not be possible. So if you write a definition, you will write that the radiations from the sun are trapped in the some of the radiations of the sun, which basically write completely that sun sends radiations to our planet. Some of the radiations reflect back and escape into the space, while some of the radiations are trapped inside the atmosphere due to greenhouse gases, right? These radiations, the trapped radiations, are responsible for the temperature, for the warmth of our planet, right? So this whole effect is known as greenhouse effect, right? Next questions. Which gases are responsible for the greenhouse effect? As we know that the gases responsible are first of all carbon dioxide, then nitrous oxide, then sulfur hexafluoride, and then water vapors. You can write water vapor in the brackets. You will write the complete name, you will not write the symbols, write whole names, right? I am just answering you, giving you hints. And then methane, which is also a major component. You can write hydrofluorocarbons, perfluorocarbons if you remember them. You have to mention these five which are important for the question. These are 1 mark basically, right? 1 mark question. Now, how is carbon dioxide becoming dangerous? Now you have to mention that carbon dioxide is emitted continuously in huge volumes due to automobile fuel consumption and industries, right? This carbon dioxide traps more and more of radiations from the sun and does not let them escape, leading to increase in the temperature of Earth's atmosphere, right? And also deforestation is also harmful because trees consume carbon dioxide. If we cut trees, the excess amount of carbon dioxide will not be consumed, and will cause global warming, right? So this is how you have to explain that carbon dioxide is becoming dangerous to us, right? Next, what is global warming? How is it caused? Global warming is the increase in the temperature of the Earth's atmosphere due to excessive release of carbon dioxide in the air due to human activities such as automobile fuel consumption, automobile fuel combustion, right? Industries. So these activities cause excessive release of carbon dioxide, which ultimately leads to carbon dioxide traps. Then you have to explain it in the same way. Traps the excess, traps the radiations, traps more and more radiations, and does not let them escape, leading to the increase in the temperature of Earth's atmosphere. So this is how global warming is caused, right? So these were the important questions related to the fourth topic of this chapter. In this lecture, we will be discussing some important questions related to the fifth topic of this chapter. That was what can be done with regard to air pollution, right? Delhi has been one of the most polluted cities in the world. What measures were taken to reduce the pollution of the city? The measures were, as the city was consumed by the harmful fumes released due to fuel combustion by automobiles, right? So the people were advised to switch to CNG from diesel and petrol, because CNG is a cleaner fuel, right? Basically, diesel and petrol produce a lot of carbon dioxide, which is leading to global warming, and it is a major air pollutant. So instead of diesel and petrol, CNG was advised to be used, and this helped Delhi in recovering the major air quality that was lost due to automobile fuel combustion. Next question, how can we reduce aerial pollution? First of all, on our part, first of all, we should switch to cleaner fuels, right? Secondly, we must carry out afforestation, right? Afforestation must be carried out. Basically, we must grow trees which can consume excessive carbon dioxide, right? These are the two steps that can be taken individually. Then thirdly, do not burn dry leaves or wood logs. By burning them, we are producing carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide, and carbon monoxide, which are both very harmful. So this is what we can do to reduce the air pollution, right? Then we should use alternative fuels instead of fossil fuels. What are those alternative fuels? First one being solar energy, right? We must construct solar panels that absorb the solar energy, that is the radiations from the sun, and get converted into another kind of energy such as electricity, which is utilized widely all over the world. Secondly, we have hydropower. the use of our rivers, fast flowing rivers which have large volumes. We must fix turbines in them, turbines in a dam. And when the water flows, the turbines rotate and produce electricity. Third is wind power. Wind power is basically using the wind to produce energy. We must fix windmills in the area that have winds or high airflow, right? So windmills are fixed and they rotate to produce electricity only. So these are some alternative fuels. They are eco-friendly. They do not produce any harmful toxic gases, right, or particles. They do not produce any of that, and they are present in abundance, right? We are never going to run out of them. So these are the alternative fuels that should be used. Fourth question: what are the steps that we can take in order to reduce pollution? As we have already told that we should switch to cleaner fuels, afforestation, alternative fuels. These are the steps that should be taken. You will be explaining this in detail because this will be a 3-mark question. Explain every point in detail, right? Next question: what should be done with the dried tea leaves? Is burning them an option? No. Dried tree leaves should be put to compost. Burning them causes pollution. So we must not burn the dried tree leaves. We must put them to compost. So these were the important questions related to the 5th topic of your chapter.